Deadline. And for me, as a writer, the way I work, I'm not so interested in inspiration. I'm more interested in deadlines. So what I need to be able to create is time and task. I have a work to be done and I have a certain time to do it. I think the first time I discovered this was when I was going to write my book Kalevala for all ages. And it was my father who asked me to write this book and was going to publish it. My latest book, Tomorrow Everything Will Be As Usual, I started this spring actually to rewrite it so it could be staged. I started to rewrite it as a play. And I rewrote a few chapters, but it was a bit difficult and I didn't know how to adapt this book for stage. So I put it away and wrote other things. And then just a couple of weeks ago, I had a message from Tornedalsteatern, and they said that they were interested in making a play of this book. And I started to think, okay, maybe I should write a play, because if I don't do it, they might suggest that someone else does, and I don't want that. So I sat myself down, and it was less than 2 weeks, I had written the whole thing, and I sent it to the creative leader of the theater, and she answered me, well, this looks really good. So I didn't have much inspiration. I just had a work that had to be done, and I wanted to do it quickly.
On the other hand, what you were talking all the time about this book is pure inspiration. And what you are telling about this new play of yours is again inspiration. I don't know what, but I wrote something here, I wrote something there. It is inspiration.
And then a few words about my latest book. It is about a girl about 11 years old, and the main theme in the book is that she lives with her older, a teenage sister, and their mother. And the mother she's an alcoholic, but she's not the kind of alcoholic that we more often read about in books. Someone that drinks all the time, every day. And there are books, even children books, about this theme, but they're usually very miserable, and the children, it's kind of so depressing, and it's like these children don't have anything good in their lives, just this miserable alcoholism or other problems that the parents might have. They might be sick in some way, or have some kind of other problem. And I wanted to write a book where I show the reader the complexity in life, and to show that this family, it's just a normal family. And the mom, she's quite a normal mom. She loves her children, she takes care of them, she has a job, but she also has this problem with alcohol. And she might stay sober for weeks or months, and then she drinks. And this is, of course, very hard for this girl, and make this book a bit difficult to translate, because she's elected to be Lucia in her class, and Lucia it's very typical Swedish. It's when in December children dress up on a certain date in December. They dress up in white dresses, and they have candles, and they sing certain songs about Christmas and about Lucia. Lilja, she can't really be happy about being chosen as Lucia, because she starts to worry, what if mom can't come on that certain evening? Then it won't be Lydia will be sad that her mother isn't there to see her, and everyone else will notice that her mom isn't there. And also, even worse, what if mom will come there and she will not be sober? So this is about one of my latest projects also. I have a secret dream to become an actress, but I'm too old now, so I will not become an actress, but I could write plays. And I have wanted to write a play for some time, but I haven't done it because my mentor. And I started to write. I wrote something in the beginning, and something in the middle, and something in the end. And I sent it in, and I got the answer. This is really good. You have to write. You were meant to write for stage. I actually feel rather confident that I will find something to fill in the blanks. I'm not waiting for inspiration. I'm just waiting for the deadline to be close enough. Thank you for listening. May I ask you? Yes.
Maybe 10 years ago, I wrote some poem for children, and I can't say that I wrote a lot of poems, but that day I came to my father and I told him, oh, you know, I wrote a poem and I read it for him, and I told him I would like to publish it on some magazine. And he became a bit surprised because he has written a lot of poems during 20 years, but he never thought like this, like that he would probably publish something. And as a result, we made this small book with our poems, and I can say that after this it was actually our first book, and it was the first book for my father. And my father became, it was 2011, almost, you can say 3 years ago. And my father became so inspired, so he published a few books after that, right in some other country. And I stayed here. So like Russia and Sweden are countries, how to explain, I love both countries, and it's almost impossible to choose one of them. So the first poem I would like to read, it's about my mother country, Russia, because I was born there and I lived there until I was 23 years. And this country means too much for me, and my family, my parents and my friends, they are still living there. And this poem I wrote, or I got inspiration after I visited Salavki Island. There we visited a place, I don't know how to say it in English, Sikirna Gara, a place where a lot of people died.
An execution hill.
Yeah, execution hill. And I become very impressed because when I was there, I realized how many, I don't know how to explain, how many things, awful things happened there, and a lot of people who died there, and it was such a big impression. And I wrote this poem about Russia. Россия, сколько древней силы скрывается в душе твоей, кровавых слез, молитв, насилий, и стоны соловецких лагерей, тепло крестьянских изб, усадьбы, луга, обширные поля, весенний вечер, песни свадьбы, снега одетая земля, парное молоко коровье, навоз и море женских слез, дорога, что ведет на взморье, обоз, что едет под откос. Все это ты, моя родная, святая русская земля. И не забуду никогда я, то, как вскормила ты меня. Вскормила песней материнской, чистой струей из родника, струей воды живой лучистой, под шелест крыльев мотылька. Ты темную ночью укрывала, будила утренней росой, зарю встречать ты заставляла, под колокольный звон весной. И не любить мне невозможно тебя с той девичьей красой, полей, лугов, озер таежных, под тихо синим дождевой. This is about Russia. And about its nature, and about the beautiful nature, and at the same time about this way that Russia went through with a lot of
Destiny.
Yeah, destiny. Yeah, and that is impossible not to love this country. Yeah.
my heart in peace in some way. So thank you very much that you came and ended our seminar. It was, I think, feel it was a very great pleasure for us to listen to you. In this, I didn't know that you even had published a book. You wrote that you had some poems, but you have a little book, and we got it from you. Thank you. Good night, and maybe we say, das vidania.